Now, for more on this, Sama Al-Hamdani joins us now from Washington, D.C., and she's a fellow at the Contemporary Center for Arab Studies at Georgetown University. Good to have you on the show, Sama. Now, there's just 1 hour to go, as we've mentioned, before the ceasefire kicks in. Are you confident that it will hold?
I'm not very confident that it will hold, but I think that it still has a chance that it will hold. Previously, in previous ceasefires and de-escalations of the conflict, we've seen an escalation just before the treaty kicked in. And so, like you mentioned, we have just a few hours to go, if not less. And we expect that it's going to hold just because of how much international pressure is being put on the Houthis and on the Yemeni government to kind of allow the de-escalation of some sort in the port city of Hodeidah. Of course, it's important to note that the ceasefire is not happening all over the country. It's just to allow that port city to kind of calm down and to allow humanitarian aid to come in. So the main concern for this is the humanitarian crisis, which is on everyone's agenda, especially the UK, that is pushing for a UN resolution at the Security Council. And that will be tomorrow morning, where the UN Security Council will take a vote on whether to enforce these peace talks.
And Sama, you mentioned that you don't think Saudi Arabia will keep their word and keep to the truce. Why is that?
No, I did not mention that Saudi Arabia will not keep to their word. We've noticed that before, both sides have violated treaties. And so it's expected that if some side kind of shoots a gun, that some other side might retaliate. But it's really important to put international pressure. And I think with enough international pressure, you can see both sides adhering to this conflict. And so it's just really anyone's game. I believe that both sides are not genuinely ready for all kinds of peace to come in Yemen. They would like to have peace, but they also, more than the peace, they would like to have a military victory. And so because they want that, and they're not genuinely ready for peace, there's a chance that this fragile peace process could fall apart at any moment. Okay. But because we know that peace talks are going to come up again in January 2019, it's likely that both sides are going to hold on to it. And even if it falls apart, I think there's enough international pressure to kind of make both sides commit to the peace process.
And despite that international pressure, Sama, what if it doesn't hold?
If it doesn't hold, then we're back at square one. We still have the process of releasing refugees on both sides. That was part of the Sweden talks. And I think if that happens, you are more likely to see peace afterwards, in the sense that hostages, so on and so forth, is going to build confidence with both sides. And it's going to be an opportunity for both sides to know who's alive, who's dead, who's ill, and to kind of show a genuine step towards, to kind of show that, hey, I'm ready to get along with you again. And so once that's enforced, and once something like that happens, it's more likely that you can start building peace on top of it.
Sama, thank you very much for your thoughts there and your analysis. That was Sama Al-Hamdani from Georgetown University.